Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'll be discussing how I've lost 100 pounds in the last year at 65. 2019 and 2020 were two terrible years for me. I was going through a lot of personal, emotional ups and downs. It was like a roller coaster. And I gained a lot of weight. And it was because due to bad eating habits. I just ballooned up to 245, 250 pounds, right around there, and I was miserable. I would have whatever I wanted, bagels for breakfast with uh, bacon and eggs, and for lunch I would have pizza and drink some wine, and then for dinner I would have a big bowl of pasta, and I was just out of control. And I would eat a lot of chocolate in between. I would sit and I wouldn't move around anywhere. I would sit in front of the computer editing. I was reviewing I was doing primarily just my wig review channel, and I would just sit and record and edit and be snacking the entire time. I would get the big bags of chocolate and just eat chocolate. It didn't matter which kind of chocolates I ate. And finally, in 2021, I thought, all right, I'm just out of control here. I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel, and there's something that I really have to do about this. And a friend told me about Weight Watchers. I had done Weight Watchers eons ago when you still had those little cards. And I said, yeah, I really don't. Those little cards just didn't do it for me. She said, no, there's an app now. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try. She had lost about 100 pounds. Her sister-in-law had lost about 100 pounds. And I thought, okay, let me give this a try. Now, I am not new to dieting. I've done many different diets, and I know what works for me and what doesn't. When I started at Weight Watchers, it was the blue, the purple, and the green plan. And I was on the blue plan. Now it's the personal points. To me, it really makes absolutely no difference which one. I think, I just do what I do. And I just follow it how I'm supposed to. I do want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that have really worked, because at 65, it's not always easy, or it's not as easy to lose that weight as we lost it when we were in our 20s. At least that's the way it's been for me. And I had such a difficult time when I tried keto, I tried low carbs, I tried this, I tried that. And it didn't stick. It didn't stay off. I did go to the doctor, and I had the B12 shots, and they gave me some kind of dieting pills, and I did lose the weight. But as it is with any of those diet pills, you lose it and then it just comes right back. So I really wanted to go back to a healthy way of eating. Years ago, I had done the Metabolic Research Center. I lost 77 pounds at that time, and I kept it up. I kept it off for about 7 or 8 years, maybe even longer. And I was feeling great. And I just continued with that eating habit. And then life got in the way, and I didn't do what I was supposed to do anymore. And little by little, and then in 2019 and 2020, it was just horrible. When I started on Weight Watchers, as I mentioned, it was the blue plan. And one of the things in whether it's the blue plan or it's the personal points plan, you're going to be given 0-point foods. And these are foods that are whole foods. They're not processed foods. They're good for you, whether it's, in my case, now with the personal points, 0-point foods would be fruits and vegetables, eggs, seafood, those lean meats like turkey or chicken. Those are my 0-point foods, and I am fine with that. Someone else might have potatoes or oats or something in their 0-point foods. It all depends on when you answer the questionnaire at the beginning. And that's basically how it's geared. However, for me, it works perfect because I'm eating what I love. Had I done that during 2019 and 2020, I wouldn't have gained all the weight that I gained. I wouldn't have gone up to 200 and almost 50 pounds. So what I did when I looked at the blue plan, and what I still do, I look to see my 0 point foods, and that is my foundation for each of my meals. So I don't starve. That's the first thing. I never go hungry. I don't want to feel hungry. I don't want to feel deprived, because I feel that that is something that triggers us to just eat out of control. When I plan my meals, I plan my meals around those 0 point foods. So for breakfast, I'll have eggs, which are 0 points for me. I will add a vegetable, spinach or mushroom. I'll make a scrambled egg. I'll add a little bit of cheese to it, and I'll have some kind of a carb. And what I choose are the low-calorie English muffins, or a tortilla like the ole tortillas, which are 1 point. I'll pick one of those, or I'll have the bagel thins. So I have a nice full breakfast. In between my meals, if I'm hungry, which I'm usually not, but if I want to snack on something, I always have in the refrigerator foods, and in my pantry foods that are going to be lower in point, that are fairly healthy, and that I'm just not going to be empty calories. For example, I'll have an Oikos yogurt, which doesn't have any added sugars. It's high in protein, so I'll have that. I'll have a Fiber One brownie if I want to have some chocolate. And I just have plenty of that in the refrigerator. I have gelatin. I have sugar-free. I try to eat as much sugar. I keep my sugar as low as I possibly can. So some sugar-free pudding, I'll have that in the refrigerator. So that way, if I want to snack on something, I have something there. But I don't grab for a bag of chocolates, of truffles or something, as I was doing. One thing that I haven't done is I don't restrict myself from foods that I love. I still eat pizza, but I don't eat pizza every day. I don't eat a whole pizza when I do have it. I don't have pizza for lunch and then have a big bowl of pasta followed by ice cream for dinner. I don't do that. What I do instead is I have my salads for dinner, vegetables. I do a stir fry with chicken tenders, or with scallops or shrimp or lobster or any kind of seafood. Maybe I'll have some flounder, and I'll have some vegetables with it. Then on my weigh-in day, that is the day that I'll take from my weekly points. We get extra weekly points that we can use. You can use them all in one day. You could spread them out throughout the week. So for example, for me, my daily points is 22 points. I always have about 23 to 30 points in reserve. Sometimes I don't eat all of my daily points. Sometimes I'll just eat maybe 15 points. Sometimes I eat all 22 points. But on that weigh-in day, and I usually make my weigh-in day on a Thursday. That way, either Friday or Saturday, I'll go out to eat. I'll have fish and chips, or I'll have a pizza, or I'll have pasta. I go to Ben & Jerry's and have some ice cream. I just don't have it here in the house, and I don't have it every day. I'd have a glass of wine with my dinner. It's fine. And then the next day, let's say on Sunday, I go right back to making sure that I don't go over my 22 points. I also make sure to drink water, 72 ounces of water every day, sometimes a little bit more. But for the most part, I keep it right around 72 ounces. The most important thing, I think, is not restricting yourself, because then you feel as if you're dieting. I've never felt as if I'm on a diet, because there are no foods that are off limits on Weight Watchers. It's just when you eat them, you can't eat them all in one day because then you're going to go over your points. So you want to try to level it out a little bit. In the middle of September, I was in Washington for the Wig Studio One. We had a meetup with all the managers from Wig Studio One. And I thought, I am just not going to follow any points while I am in Washington. Washington, there is great food, and I am just not going to say no to any of it. So for those days, I did not track. I did not look at anything. I had quiche for breakfast. I went out. I had wine every day. We went to wine tasting. I just ate anything that everybody else was eating. Now I had a bagel sandwich for breakfast. I would have pizza. On my birthday, I was in Washington, and my daughter bought me a triple chocolate cake. Oh yes, I ate some of that cake, and then I had some the next morning with my coffee, and then in the evening I went and I had another piece of that chocolate cake with a glass of wine. I didn't deprive myself. When I got back, I thought, I'm not going to weigh myself because I don't want that box with numbers to dictate how I feel. So I didn't weigh myself. I just went right back to eating following, keeping my 22 points. And when I finally weighed myself at the end of the week, I was only about half a pound more than when I left. And then the following week, I was down 2 pounds. So it's okay if we go on vacation, and I was there for 4 days. So it's not like I was there for a day. I was there for 4 days, and it was 4 days of eating. The main thing is that I think that not going hungry, not depriving myself, drinking my water, just making those 0 point foods being my foundation. If I have a big salad for dinner with some shrimp and some scallops, and then I'm still hungry, I could have some more salad. Now, I like salads. I like vegetables. I do not have to, and I'm Cuban, but I don't have to have rice and beans every day. Even though beans are in the 0 point foods for me, they also have carbs. And I kind of double track or triple track my food. So I do track them on my app on Weight Watchers, but I'm also careful with the amount of carbs that I eat. I'll have a low carb, whether it's a 45 calorie slice of bread in the morning, or I have a tortilla that's about 50 calories, or I have a bagel thin. I'll have those. I just don't eat. I know that if I have a quarter cup of rice, I know this from the past that I've dieted, I know that a quarter cup of rice is going to really affect me. So I don't have to have rice. I'll have cauliflower rice. And those are just some of the things that I do. I also look at calories, but it's not like I am just tracking and writing everything down. I'm just careful with it. I think that each of us have to be comfortable with ourselves, with what we're doing, with the foods that we're eating, with the size that we wear. I am not saying that there's anything wrong to weigh 245 pounds. That's not what I'm saying. If you weigh 245 pounds and you feel good about yourself, if you are happy with yourself, that is what is important. To me, I want to be in this size 6, and I'm aiming for a size 4, but that's just because that's just me. I feel better. My knees don't hurt. My back doesn't hurt. I feel I have more energy. I walk every day. I think it was back like in November. I started on Weight Watchers in August, and I didn't do any type of walking, any exercise whatsoever until I came back to Florida. And in October, I got my little Phoenix, and I had to walk him. And that's when I started walking. Well, now I walk probably 5-6 times a day. in 15 minute slots. So I end up walking about 10,000 steps, about 5 miles every day. And I don't do it all. I don't even feel it because I just walk, about around 2 blocks, and that's it. That's all I do. And then I come here and I start working, and I have my Apple Watch that tells me when to stand up, and I'll go downstairs. I'll maybe walk around the corner, walk to the mailbox, and I just try to keep moving. And that may have helped as well. I just know that losing this weight has not been difficult for me. It has not, I've never felt deprived or hungry or that I'm missing out on anything. And on the contrary, I just feel so much better just about everything in general. I'm ecstatic to go into a store and try on, get a pair of jeans that are a size 26. And I'm really happy to go into my closet and clothes that haven't fit me in so many years now fit me. But that makes me happy. And I think we all need to do what makes us happy and what we are most comfortable with. I don't know if this is helping. I'm going to do another video from my kitchen, and I'll show you some of the items that I have been eating. But I wanted to come here today just because I am celebrating my 100 pounds down. Because if you are in the same situation as me, if you are in your 60s and you feel like, oh, I'm never going to be able to do this, yes, you can. You can do it. Weight Watchers just makes it so easy with the app. I take my app to the grocery store. I scan everything. Everything is kept in there. And when I eat, I just plug it in there. And honestly, sometimes I don't track it. Sometimes I just don't, because now I've lost all this weight that I don't feel like, okay, I don't need to track everything like I did at first. At first I would. And then within the last few months, some days I go and I don't track anything. When I was in Washington, I didn't even look at that app. But I think that, if we just take a real good look at ourselves and what makes us happy and what makes us feel better. I just keep sugar to the bare minimum. I also keep processed foods to the bare minimum. And I just feel a lot better. And then the plus of it all is being able to fit into nice clothes or into a size that I want to wear. That I think that's putting it better. Wearing a size that I want to and looking in the mirror and saying, wow, that looks pretty good. And, at this age. So if you are in the same position as me, if you are looking at yourself and thinking, I really need to shed, whether it's 5 pounds or 100 pounds like me, you can do this. I promise you, you could do this. I don't know what special Weight Watchers is having right now, but I will leave a link down below in my description box with the link to Weight Watchers. Sometimes they have you get 1 month free, I get 1 month free. And the link will be there. Use it if you like. Don't use it. You could just go to the Weight Watchers and do the little quiz. And I think that they have a 14-day trial or something like that. So check it out. I think it's a really good way because it's a life. It's something that I can follow for the rest of my life. I haven't quit eating anything that I like. I don't have to give up anything. I can still eat the foods that I like, and what you like may not be the same things I like. So it's something that we could do in long term and be healthier. My blood pressure, I do not take any blood pressure medication. I do not take any prescription medication at all. I went to the doctor, had my blood work, everything was fine. And he said, it is amazing what you do. And I said, I lost 100 pounds. Just something to think about. If you have any questions about Weight Watchers, let me know. Leave it down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. I've been doing this long enough. I think that I pretty much know the ins and outs of it. So let me know your thoughts. And if you're on Weight Watchers, please let me know and how you're doing. And it doesn't matter. We have to celebrate each of our little each of those little milestones that we've reached, whether it's losing 1 pound, half a pound, a quarter of a pound, or 100 pounds. We got to celebrate them. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you spending this time with me. I hope that everyone is having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.